Is this merely a comeback concert, or an explosion of power that never truly faded? A force that within seconds can paralyze servers, leave more than 100,000 people staring at white screens with pounding hearts, and spark a question now echoing across the globe. Is this pure reunion euphoria? Or is there something more specific, more concentrated, more personal, a Jungkook effect, that can no longer be ignored? The moment ticket sales for BTS The Comeback Live, Arirang officially opened at Gwanghwamun Square, there was no generous countdown offering room to breathe. In nearly immeasurable seconds, seats that many prospective attendees had not even finished mapping out instantly flipped to sold out. More than 100,000 accounts flooded the digital queue, creating simultaneous pressure that caused the site to crash, screens to turn blank, and payment systems to repeatedly reset with a message that felt like an emotional slap. Seat already purchased, even when users had successfully logged in and selected their spots. The digital chaos was not merely a technical disruption, it became a symbol of just how massive the displayed appeal truly was. The free concert, scheduled for March 21, 2026, is far from ordinary. It takes place just one day after the release of BTS's fifth album, Arirang, on March 20, 2026 at 1 p.m. Korea Standard Time. A moment laden with meaning as it marks the group's full formation return after their military hiatus. The promised 360-degree stage is not only a technical innovation but a visual metaphor. A new Bangtan era without dark corners, without distance, without obstructed views. Yet amid the grand narrative of reunion and reinvention, public conversation keeps orbiting a single name repeatedly surfacing across timelines. Jungkook. Is it fair to call him the new center of gravity? Or is it simply the reality of data speaking for itself? On X, ARMY reactions erupted unfiltered. One user highlighted 4 million album pre-orders, 41 sold-out stadiums, and 2.4 million concert tickets already gone. That statement was not merely celebratory. It was an acknowledgement of a phenomenon rarely seen in the global entertainment industry. Meanwhile, another account half-jokingly pleaded, "Please don't crash Netflix too," referring to the live broadcast that will be streamed for international fans. The concern is not unfounded. If ticketing platforms collapse within seconds, what happens when millions of viewers press play simultaneously? Within this wave, discussions about the collective aura of the 7 members have resurfaced. Many emphasize that the magnetism of BTS remains undiminished. Yet sharper debates unfold in comment sections and online forums. Is this extreme surge purely the group's power? Or does Jungkook's explosive solo momentum in recent years significantly amplify it? This is not an attempt to divide, but rather an academic reflection on collective versus individual brand dynamics within modern K-pop ecosystems. Structurally, BTS have indeed returned as a complete entity. Their GQ March 2026 feature, themed BTS Begins Again, presented 7 figures dressed in luxury fashion, standing not as nostalgia but as declaration. The interview reaffirmed their position as irreplaceable K-pop pioneers. However, the public cannot ignore that during the hiatus, each member cultivated solo identities, and Jungkook emerged with extraordinary streaming penetration, chart dominance, and pop culture influence. Thus, when Arirang tickets vanished in seconds, some analysts interpreted it as the convergence of 2 powerful currents, longing for BTS and Jungkook's personal momentum at its peak. The Arirang World Tour, spanning 79 shows across 34 cities and launching April 9, 2026 at Gwanghwamun Sports Complex, further underscores the scale of this operation. In North America and Europe alone, 41 performances have reportedly sold out. These figures are not mere statistics. They signal global demand exceeding post-hiatus expectations. When millions of tickets move rapidly across continents, it is natural to ask whether this marks a new summit, or merely the beginning of another dominance cycle. For ARMY in Indonesia and elsewhere who could not secure physical tickets, Netflix streaming becomes a collective lifeline. "We will be watching on Netflix," one fan wrote. A simple sentence carrying both resignation and anticipation. The platform now serves not only as distribution medium, but as a secondary stage capable of setting global viewership records. Should streaming infrastructure falter under pressure, it would add yet another mythic chapter to this comeback narrative. From a sociological perspective, this phenomenon shows that BTS have not simply returned, they have returned with a broader, more mature, and more globally integrated ecosystem. Yet the persistent spotlight on Jungkook adds an intriguing narrative layer. In brand equity theory, a member with heightened solo exposure can elevate collective value upon reintegration. Is that what we are witnessing? Is the Jungkook effect accelerating market reactions to the point of detonation within the first seconds of ticket sales? The answer may not be black and white. What is undeniable is that more than 100,000 people scrambling within seconds bear witness to a power that is real, measurable, and indisputable. Crashed servers, white screens, the dreaded seat already purchased message triggering mass frustration. These are tangible proof of demand exceeding capacity. In an increasingly competitive global music industry, moments like this rarely occur without both a militant fanbase foundation and consistent artistic magnetism. So when the 360-degree stage lights finally ignite at Gwanghwamun Square, they will illuminate more than 7 figures standing amid thunderous cheers. They will illuminate the lingering question: is this merely a comeback or a redefinition of dominance? Is it collective resurgence or also validation of individual influence now merging back into one monumental name? And if the world can tremble in a single second, what will happen when the music truly begins? When the first notes of Arirang finally echo and the cameras sweep across the 360-degree stage design, the public will not simply be watching a performance, but witnessing a cultural event constructed through digital tension, staggering statistics, and expectations bordering on the impossible. Gwanghwamun Square will no longer be just a concert venue. It will transform into a symbol of public space reclaimed by a wave of global pop. It is at that precise point that the question of the Jungkook effect becomes increasingly difficult to avoid, because every camera focus, every teaser clip, every online discussion seems to circle back to one figure who in recent years has become a globally recognized face far beyond the army circle: Jungkook. From an academic standpoint, this phenomenon can be interpreted as a consolidation of symbolic capital. Jungkook, who expanded his influence during the group's military hiatus through solo projects, international collaborations, and global chart achievements, brought in new audiences while retaining the existing base. When he reintegrated into the full formation of BTS, what marketing theory describes as brand amplification appeared to take place. Individual value did not erode the collective, but strengthened it. It is therefore unsurprising that some fans boldly speculate that the extreme surge in Arirang ticket sales was driven not only by longing for all 7 members, but also by personal momentum currently at its peak. Yet this narrative carries emotional nuances. Across forums and timelines, subtle debates have emerged between those emphasizing the group's unified power and those viewing Jungkook as the primary accelerator. In reality, the two positions are not mutually exclusive. The fact that 41 shows across North America and Europe have sold out, and that 79 performances in 34 cities are set to begin on April 9, 2026 at Gwanghwamun Sports Complex, demonstrates that BTS's appeal remains collective and cross-generational. However, in the era of algorithms and personal branding, the figure most frequently appearing in global conversations inevitably becomes the focal point of attention. Meanwhile, the live broadcast via Netflix adds a uniquely dramatic layer. The "Please Don't Crash Netflix too" is not merely a joke but a reflection of fresh digital trauma following the ticketing chaos. If millions activate the stream simultaneously, the possibility of setting new global records becomes tangible. For ARMY in Indonesia and other countries without direct access, the screen will serve as their primary window into that historic moment. They may not stand physically at Gwanghwamun Square, but emotionally and statistically, they remain part of the same global wave. Ultimately, whether this is purely a Jungkook effect or a complex convergence of nostalgia, promotional strategy, new album momentum, and fanbase loyalty, one fact is undeniable. Within seconds, the world witnessed proof that BTS have not lost their explosive force. If the ticketing phase alone generated measurable chaos, the concert itself has the potential to declare that this new Bangtan era is not merely a continuation, but an escalation. And when the first roar shakes the soul air, perhaps the answer to all speculation will be felt clearly, not through numbers, but through an energy that cannot be fabricated.